So let me give you a quick tour what it looks like in the spring when we open it. As you can see, the tank is still covered in the back, but this is the yard, what it looks like pretty much every spring. Before getting to the stock tank pool and what it looks like when you uncover it. It's the spring of 2025 and I've been really dreading this, opening up the stock tank pool. We've had it since I think March 2019. It was early spring in 2019 before the pandemic. We were kind of the pioneers online. I'm not saying nobody's done this before, but online, where you could research that have done a liner in a stock tank pool. So I didn't have much to go on as far as how to do this, but it held up until 2025. And when we just opened up the pool, we noticed a really big hole on the side, which I'll show you in a minute. We think it was ice. We had a significant amount of ice on top of this, and we think it sliced it. It also shrunk significantly, which I will also show you. So it's not lying against it flat, so the tension with the bubble made it easier to slice it. So it's time to either replace the liner or do something different. As you can see, our pool is different to other stock tank pools because it's built into the hill, since this is the only way we have room for it. So we don't know what the best way to do it is. I'll have to see what is under this, because originally I used Flex Seal to paint it, and that was a major fail because it's peeled. So all I did is put the liner on top of the peeling paint and called it a day. So when I'm ripping this up now, I wonder what I'm gonna find. So let me show you the hole and what else I'm talking about. So here's the hole that I was talking about. As you can see, it's pretty big. Here's some old holes that we had that were not that big. And it's sticking up from the walls. It's bleached out a lot. So while I was filming this, the phone overheated and I didn't get it all on film. It's actually a lot worse than I thought. So let me remind you, this was a new pool when we added the Flex Seal on top of it and the liner. So this is pretty significant rust for it being a new one, which is crazy. And up here, not so much. There were different things I considered doing to our pool, with the replacement of the liner being the obvious option. I have seen someone else here on YouTube using a paint for pickup truck beds that creates a truck bed liner, which sounded really interesting, and I have seen someone else use floor pop tiles like the one we used in our bathroom makeover for the bottom of the pool. I was specifically interested in doing a combo of those two methods by painting the sides with the truck bed liner and gluing the tiles to the bottom for a unique look. Here are two of the pattern and color combinations that I thought would look really pretty together and that I was seriously considering. I will be linking those as well.
I ultimately decided against that because I would have had to remove every single speck of the Flex Seal, which would have taken much longer than I originally thought. So I decided to just replace the liner again with the same one that we originally bought, but this time I decided to add a liner pad between the stock tank pool and the pool liner. We had some issues with tiny holes in the bottom of the liner over the years, and I'm hoping this will put an end to this issue. I even tried to use our power washer to remove the remainder of the Flex Seal, which didn't work as well as I had hoped. To remove the rust around the holes that I had drilled for the inlet and outlet valves, I used this Rust-Oleum rust dissolver, which worked pretty well. As you can see, it didn't remove all the rust, but I got most of it off and I was happy with that. When I was somewhat happy with the cleanliness of the stock tank pool, the bottom was mostly clean, I should say, at least clean enough to glue the padding on. I put the 12-foot liner pad on the pool bottom and traced it with a Sharpie and then cut it to the 8-foot size. Then I used heavy-duty Gorilla Spray adhesive to glue the liner padding to the bottom of the stock tank pool. Then I added the same pool liner to the stock tank pool that I used 6 years ago. This is also the same process that I originally used 6 years ago. You have to make sure that you smooth out all the wrinkles as you go, cut the holes, and glue on or I shouldn't even say glue on, screw on the same valves that I had used previously. I was able to reuse them, and I caulked everything, let it dry, and then filled it slowly up with water to make sure there were no leaks. Sorry, but my husband forgot to record a video of himself removing all the rocks and the bamboo around the pool. Here you can see me smoothing out the remainder of the wrinkles and filling up the pool. I also bought the same bamboo to add back onto the or surrounding the stock tank pool, and I love how it all turned out. It looks brand new. And there you go. Here it is all finished. It was a lot of work, but so worth it because we do use our stock tank pool almost every day in the summer. I decided to throw in more of Frank into this video because he is just such a happy little guy, a former stray who is so happy to just be living here in our yard now. I still need to cut all the dead stuff out of the bamboo, but you can see that a couple weeks what kind of big difference that makes in our garden. Catio. Stuff still needs to grow in. Alrighty,
that's about it for today with the update. I hope you liked it, and I hope you liked seeing the process of what we did for our little update, and happy summer.